Hey everybody, it's Brandon here from Hollow Video Games with tips and tricks for the brand new Bejeweled 3. On the whole, Bejeweled is an easy to understand game, of course, but getting on track to get those high scores will require a lot of practice, a steady hand, and some solid tips on what to do in some of the new modes. Let's get started. First off, speed is everything in this game. You'll find out for yourself after a bit of practice, but it's true that in almost every mode, the quicker you make the matches, the more the special rules and gems take care of themselves. It's basic, really, but the more gems you get rid of, the more fall from above, the more that have the opportunity to sit next to each other and match up. Aside from the normal gems, all of the special gems are back in this one, including the flame gems that explode, the lightning gems that destroy and cross patterns, and the hypercubes that remove all the gems of one color from the board. Let's move on to lightning mode. Lightning mode, you match up time gems as fast as you can to get time bonuses, extending your session. Speed is everything here, even though you've got time gems to match. If you worry too much at the top of your game about matching the time gems, you'll get bogged down. Instead, I like to focus more on matching as quickly as possible. I find that the more you get going, the more the time gems will match themselves. Obviously, if you're running out of time to extend your session, you'll have to shift your focus on actually getting those, but concentrating on just matching quickly on all the normal gems will lead you to success in this mode. In fact, this is the only mode where your speed is actually scored, and you can make a fair amount of points with bigger and bigger matching chains. Speed also rules in the new Ice Storm and Diamond Mine modes, where Ice Storm focuses on making vertical matches to destroy deadly rising ice columns. There's not much to say about this one, minus the fact that you've got to work fast to hold back those columns. Horizontal matches don't destroy an entire column, they only take down the columns by a bit, but it does affect multiple columns at once, so that is helpful. Diamond Mine mode works like the opposite of Ice Storm. All matches at the bottom of the screen help you dig deeper for treasure. Horizontal matches work best to remove more dirt at once, but they're not required to proceed. The simple strategy here, of course, is to focus on the gems at the bottom of the screen and dig fast. The two new main modes that don't rely on speed are the Poker and Butterflies modes. The Butterflies mode sees special winged gems rising up from the screen with every move you make. You can move them around as you would the normal gems, but miss out on matching them before they reach the top, and they're eaten by Mr. Hungry Spider here. Scoring high here requires a bit of planning. If there's nothing to do with one of your butterflies on a certain move, I like to make a match somewhere above the butterfly in peril to ensure that some more gems of the correct color fall into place. If they get too high towards the top, you can then resort to making matches below them to drop them down a little bit. Poker mode is where strategy and pacing really counts in Bejeweled. As opposed to just pushing through this mode, you've really got to look at your board every time you start a new hand. You can get by in poker mode for a while just making matches, but to score high or pass the second two poker quests, you've got to really consider your moves and hope for a bit of luck. When starting out, take a look at how many certain moves you can make. Aim for a flush each time you start, even though you'll only score one every dozen hands. One important tip is the simple one of matching the higher gems first in your hand. If you start matching your gems at the bottom of the screen, you'll disturb the gems above, making them fall out of place. Start at the top, then move to the bottom, hoping that any gems you missed up top will match up with the new ones falling after you match the lower ones. Another great tip for poker challenges in quest mode is the fact that any time you make a flame or lightning gem, you'll score bonus points when the hand is over. This is crucial when you're looking to fill out a failed hand. Instead of throwing in a random match at the end, see if you can make a power gem to score a few extra points that might eventually take your score over the top that you need to get by. Finally, quest mode brings a handful of new special modes that are mostly self-explanatory. The ones that do deserve touching on are Stratomax and Avalanche modes. Both hinge on the same basic rule: make power gems whenever possible. The more you focus on that, by matching 4 or more in a row, the more gems you'll destroy, which both modes depend on. After speed, focusing on creating power gems is the game's second big do. Follow both of these general tips and you'll be on your way to finished quests and high scores in no time. Enjoy all that matching, puzzle fans, and thanks for watching.